how are you? Yeah, so tax season is well on its way, and we got a lot of questions here at the Star Group. I partnered up with Kyle Breitzman. He is a tax advisor to kind of answer some of the most common questions. So check out this mini-series I put together with him. Hey, Marco Bricino here. I want to make a quick video with Kyle Breitzman. He is a tax planner. Since we're in full force right now with the tax season, I wanted to have him join me to answer some of the questions that a lot of us have, especially with all the changes going on. Wanted to get some expert advice.
Can't wait. Looking forward to this, Marco.
With people starting to transition from their work life to now retirement, what are some of the things that you want to make sure people know about taxes?
The one thing I want people to know about taxes is how radically different taxes are for retired people than they are for people like you and me. You're a young guy. I'm not as young, but I'm still young. The story pattern goes like this. You work 40 to 45 years doing the same thing, and your taxes are generally the same from year to year with minor changes as you have kids and have a family, that kind of thing. Once you hit retirement, it's a big oh my God moment because people have no clue how the tax code works at retirement. Again, they're used to 40 or 45 years of working, and then that being your situation, then they pull the switch and retire, and all of a sudden things are different. And so what we do as tax planners is get people ready for that reality, and we tell people how to structure their finances appropriately so they're not building this time bomb to discover once they're retired. And so the biggest thing in my mind is really when it comes to retirement planning, most people think about retirement savings. And there's really two different categories, right? You probably have a 401k or an IRA. You've probably heard of Roth IRAs or Roth 401ks, that kind of thing. I think most people are stuck in the middle trying to figure out, well, what are these things first of all, and how should I invest? Should I go into this 401k or should I go into my Roth IRA? For us to be able to put some real numbers behind that and give someone a real intelligent answer to what makes more sense, I think is a huge thing, especially when you look at people facing retirement 40 years from now.
Yeah, no, that's huge.
It is, and it always shocks me to see how different things can be for people if they make some strategic changes by age 50, ramping up towards retirement, and much earlier for that matter. If you can get on a track to doing strategic retirement planning at an early age, my gosh, your retirement's going to be a breeze as far as your tax situation.
Yeah, because it shouldn't be hard, and I think you make it pretty easy for people just to have more of that roadmap instead of having to worry and be stressed out during the tax preparation time of the year. It's just all smooth sailing year round.
Well, finances are complicated, taxes are complicated, and I hope I understand that about people. And what I try to do is try to make it something that they can embrace and get ownership of.
Okay.
All right, Marco. Last question.
Okay.
My car is getting super old.
Okay.
When should I consider adjusting my auto policy?
So there's no real set answer for that. It all depends on you personally. Mm-hmm. On average, most people move it from full coverage, so comprehensive and collision,
okay,
to liability only when the car is about 8 to 10 years old, give or take, depending obviously on the kind of car it is. But there's not really a magic bullet or a silver bullet to it. It all depends also on your or that person's personal financial situation.
Sure.
So I always ask my clients is if we move it to liability only, are you able to, for example, make a down payment on a next car if that car is totaled today?
I see. Sure. Okay.
Because I don't know if you have money set aside on your bank to again put that money down, or if not, it might be better to have full coverage until you have that piggy bank saved up. So if or when that happens, you have money saved up to at least put the down payment and not be carless.
Sure.
For a long period of time.
That makes sense.
Thank you very much for everything. I'll put your contact information in the video. That way you guys can get a hold of him with any questions that you have. I know I get questions on this on a regular basis just because I personally don't know them, and he's my go-to guy for that kind of stuff.
This was great. Thank you, Marco.